So in this video, we're going to go over the differences between living in Midtown West versus Midtown East and vice versa. Both of them are Midtown. However, they're very, very different from each other. So you've probably spent a lot of time in Midtown West specifically. So if you're not living in New York City right now, but you have been here at some point in your life, you've probably spent time in Midtown West and didn't even know it. So the theater district and Times Square is in Midtown West. So that takes up a decent portion of Midtown West. Midtown East is where Grand Central is, where the Chrysler building is. There's definitely not as many iconic things in Midtown East as there is in Midtown West, and therefore it makes the neighborhoods very, very different from each other. So like I said, Times Square in the theater district is part of Midtown West, and that makes it a very fun neighborhood to live in because there's a lot going on. However, when you live in New York City, you're not spending time in Times Square because it's typically a place that tourists come into when they're just seeing New York City for the first time. And I'm not one of those New Yorkers who absolutely hates Times Square because I think that tourism is so important for New York City as a whole. I'm also a big believer that everyone is a tourist somewhere. I'm not a tourist in New York City. However, if I go to any other city in the world, I'm technically a tourist.